Hey, my B2Bs. Welcome back to another episode of BB's Rooted. Stay tuned. Hey, B2Bs. How is everybody? Hope everything is well with you. So the name of the plan today for me is to get this house tidied up and do meal prep, of course, because every weekend that's what it is around here. Tidying up a corner of my cabinet over here really quickly. So how is everybody? What are you guys up to? This is Saturday. What are your plans? Put it down in the comment section what your plans are. And, are you guys doing anything special? Are you celebrating any special events for this weekend or the upcoming week? Where are you guys taking the kids for summer break? Or y'all going to the water park? Y'all going out of state? Y'all going out of the country? Let me know. Put it down in the comments. So for me, I had plans this summer, but unfortunately that got canceled. I had planned a trip to go out of the country, but it got canceled. And it's all right, the opportunity will come back around. I trust in it. Are you guys working during the summer? Are you on vacation for the summer? You working half the summer, like you work in June and then all July? Or what y'all, what's your schedule looking like? So today, I plan to make some Nigerian style stew. And of course, it's not going to be authentic. I do have someone that makes it authentic for me, and he'll come in, he'll make it, and it's like a big batch and it lasts for a while. But we ran out sometime last week, well, about 2 weeks ago rather. And so I've attempted to make it once before and it came out okay, but you can tell it wasn't authentic, which I didn't expect it to taste, like it was authentic. What are you guys doing for tonight? I mean, dinner date, y'all doing date night? What? I know tonight that I'm supposed to be going to a Juneteenth blues concert. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it as the time approaches. I bought a couple of outfits online. They're way too big. So I need to figure out a way, if I'm gonna wear one of the outfits, I'm gonna have to figure out a way how to style it so it won't look so baggish on me. You wanna look cute, not too baggy. So for the Nigerian stew, the protein is going to be chicken and beef tripe. You don't know what beef tripe is? What? Google it. All I can tell you that it's not chitlins, because I don't eat the chitlins, but I eat the beef tripe. And beef tripe, the prices of beef tripe has gone up tremendously. Just like any other food product has gone up. But I'm surprised that stuff like beef tripe has gone up and chicken gizzards. What? And let me not get on the ground beef. The ground beef prices has totally skyrocketed. 1 pound of ground beef is close to $10. It's like $9 and something, $9 and some change, just for 1 pound of the ground beef. I used to buy, I buy the 80-20, and for 3 pounds or more, it would be close to $8, $10. But just 1 pound, that's a bit, it's a little, you know, a little excessive for me. But I get it, you know, what the economy is going through right now, and that the prices are going to be expensive right now. Shout out to all farmers, black farmers. If you know one in Texas, and I know there's plenty of them in Texas, but let me know, because I want to get into the, you know, buying meat products directly from the farmer instead of the grocery store. You know, I did a test run on okra and okra and tomato plant, and I did it in a container, and it was going well. You know, once it started sprouting, the squirrels got into it and topped it over and ate it. You know, so my front yard is filled with these humongous squirrels. These squirrels are chunky. They've been eaten from somewhere. But even before I attempted to plant those trial runs of the tomato and okra plant, I went out and bought them like a cheap feeder so that they can drink and eat from the feeder. And I'm thinking, okay, well, when they come back in the yard, you know, they won't go in the backyard because they'll see the food and the water sources there in the front yard, and they can just stay in the front yard and leave my tomato and okra plant alone. Not the case. The squirrels was like, yeah, right, girl. We finna come back here and see what you got going right now. So I got off of work one day. I went in the back. I said, let me go look at the growth of the sprouting, you know, excited about it. And went out there to sprinkle it with some water and look at the growth of the sprouting. And I'll be darned, them doggone squirrels got into it. It was just toppled over, soil everywhere. I didn't even see any leaves, like sprouting leaves anymore. They either ate it or drug it out somewhere, but I'm pretty sure they ate it. If you guys are gardening, you know, what are you using? Do you have a squirrel issue or what? You know, is something getting in your plants? And when they do, how do you handle that? I know next time, whenever I do decide to try it again, I'm going to invest in some chicken wire. I think chicken wire would be the best bet so that the squirrels won't mess with it, or the birds. I don't even know if birds mess with your stuff. I don't know, but I'm going to get some chicken wire, and then I'm going to get like a planter that stakes into the ground so that it, you know, it won't topple over. So put in the comments, you know, your suggestions, and when you're gardening, what do you do? You know? So again, the plan today is to make the Nigerian style stew. And again, it's not going to be authentic. So all it is, fresh tomatoes, fresh bell pepper. Well, I say all it is fresh tomato, fresh bell pepper, pureed with the blender. Of course, you're going to put your habanero peppers over there. I don't have any habanero peppers. I have jalapeno peppers, so I'm going to use what I have. I'm going to blend that concoction up, and then I'm going to take some tomato paste and the red onion. You know, guys, we like to say red onion when really it's purple. But I'm going to take the tomato paste, the red onion, fry it down a little bit. I'm trying to remember the steps. Fry it down a little bit, and then pour in that that puree mixture of hot peppers, bell peppers, and the tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. And so once you fry that purple onion and that tomato sauce, and I'm just gonna fry it in what I have. I don't buy cooking oil. I don't buy canola. I don't buy Weston. I don't, you know, nothing is wrong with it. I just don't buy it. But if you do decide to make the Nigerian stew, of course, there's plenty of authentic people on the tube that can show you how to make it, that has mastered it. But I think it's best if you use like the vegetable oils and stuff like that I mentioned. But since I don't use the canola oil, the Crisco oils, and this and that, I use olive oil. And if it's mixed with sunflower seed oil, that's fine with me, just as long as it's an extra virgin olive oil, and that's what I use. And matter of fact, I don't even fry stuff. I put it on top of the stove and let it boil. I put it in the oven and let it bake. I put it in the slow cooker and let it just slow cook. I just don't fry foods. And there are times where I would love to have like fried fish that's caught out in the lake. But I think if I do fry it, it would have to be outside. I would have to have an outside setup to fry that down. So let me go ahead and puree these fresh tomatoes and stuff like that. You guys see how the texture and the color changed? Let it fry down, the texture and that color is going to change. Well, when you let it fry, the texture is going to change from thin, liquidy to what am I trying to say? When you fry it, it's going to turn a little thick. And then add in that tomato paste. When you fry the tomato paste down, the tomato paste change the color to a more vibrant, bright red. So you saw me add the broth, a little bit of broth from the chicken and a little bit of broth from that beef tripe. And it was just like maybe a cup. So I poured it in there. I'm still gonna let it fry or boil or do whatever its thing to get to the right capacity it needs to be before it finishes. And right now I'm going to add the protein that's going to go in here. And after I add the protein, I'm going to get out some seasoning and stir in just a little bit of seasoning. You know how you season things over time, you know. And with the tripe, y'all know some people like to fry their tripe and eat it. I don't like fried tripe. I like boiled tripe. Like I'll eat boiled tripe by itself. I eat boiled tripe maybe twice a week. I just ate it yesterday and I ate some this afternoon for lunch. I'm not gonna put all of it in there, but there is enough protein in here. So with the tripe, you know, the tripe, it went up in price, and I would usually buy the honeycomb tripe, already cut tripe. So what I do now, because it's more expensive, so what I do now, just to kind of reduce the price, is I buy it, buy it by the sheets, and I bring it home, of course, wash it really well, and then I cut it into the desired sizes that I like, the small sizes. Y'all saw. So I have plated up, but one thing I do want to say is with the stew, you will, once you're done with everything, you will have to skim most of that oil off, no matter what oil you use, whether it's Crisco oil, canola oil, olive oil. I use olive oil, but you will have to take the time before serving anything to skim that grease off the top. You know, the grease rises up when you're cooking the Nigerian stew. So take your time and skim all of that grease off. Whether it's a handful or 3 handfuls, take the time, skim that grease off. So you won't be sitting eating grease, you know. Now, this is the plate up. Well, before I show you the plate, a Nigerian stew is not, you know how we call things soups and stews, it differs, you know. So a stew in their native culture would be like a sauce to us in the American culture. And you can eat this stew. Some people call it red sauce, some people call it African stew, some people call it Nigerian red sauce, but I have known it to be called stew. And that you can eat stew over rice, any kind of rice, poor boy rice, jasmine rice, basmati rice, any kind of rice that you wish. Also, you can eat it over an Irish potato. You can eat it over boiled plantain, unripened boiled plantain. You know, you take the plantain, you peel it, and you put it over in a pot and boil it, like you would do with an Irish potato. It's really good. Now, what I can say is this time I took my time and I did it right, and it tastes a lot better than what I did it the last time. So here is the plate up, guys. And that's the Nigerian style stew. Protein is chicken and beef tripe. And with the chicken, some people like to boil their chicken and then put it over in the oven and let it roast and dry out. I had that type of chicken, baked chicken, a couple of days ago, so I just boiled mine. It was easier for me today. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, you will eat and you will enjoy in moderation. Until next time, remember that God is carrying you. Hey, if you stayed to the end, put a heart in the comment section or type in I stayed. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Remember, God is carrying you. Until next time, Beauty Bees.